I am here today with Bailey Bundy, Director of Alumni and Parent Engagement. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role and how you got here?
I'd love to. Well, thanks for having me. So I have been in the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky region for about 4 years. Long story short, grew up in Maryland. I went to Gettysburg College where I got my degree in art and art history, played lacrosse, was very active on campus. From there, I moved to DC where I was a live-in nanny, and I started my master's degree all online. I got my master's in higher ed administration, and I was living in DC, and the family got a job opportunity here in Cincinnati at Kroger, and they asked if I wanted to move with them. So I took the leap of faith and said yes. I had never been to Cincinnati. I had never been to this area of the country. So it was a big move, but I'm blessed that I took the leap of faith, and I graduated with my master's in 2017, and I started working at St. Ursula Academy in Cincinnati, where I was the Alumni Relations Director, and then fast forward to December of last year, I started working here at Thomas More. So, yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Leap of faith is a good way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your favorite part about this area, since you said you've never been to this area before December?
Mm-hmm. One of the big things that I saw was just the culture is much more, it's just a little bit slower. The people are much more friendly. I love living and growing up on the East Coast, but there's something to this area that there's something to the Midwest, and I definitely felt that when we first moved. And even on our plane ride moving to Cincinnati, the flight attendants were bubbly and chipper and wonderful, and so that was kind of our first experience in Cincinnati. So some of the things that I love, again, just the culture. I really like the food. I like the kind of up-and-coming trends, the trendy food. I'm a big foodie, so I love downtown Cincinnati and all the good hot spots. Yep. So, yeah.
You spent a lot of time in over the Rhine with the good food that they got down there?
I do. I'm a big fan of Bakersfield and Nada and all those good ones. And again, just like learning all of the wonderful things that we have. We have bourbon right down the road, and that's something that I've gotten into and learned more about. And craft breweries, I didn't really grow up with those or knew what they were, so that was something that I'm excited about and love trying new things. And again, the food scene really reminds me of DC in the sense that it's trendy and it's up and coming, and I think we have a lot of great opportunities for this area.
Yeah, definitely. That's excellent. Well, we're glad you're here.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
And so in terms of alumni things, the next upcoming event would be the homecoming football game at Thomas More here on October 19th. What can students and alumni expect to see leading up to that day and on that day?
Yeah, so we have a fun week. Students Activity Board is planning U-Fest. That is Thursday, October 17th from 5 to 8 in front of the Saint Center. And that is a really family-friendly event. It's a free event. There will be music, there's food trucks, there's adult and kid-friendly beverages, some fun games. Our dance team is going to be dancing, as well as some other student activities board, organizations and whatnot. So that's going to be a fun kickoff into homecoming weekend.
Absolutely.
And then Friday we have our 50th Anniversary Luncheon, and that'll be in Steigerwald, and that is for the class of 1969. We're celebrating their 50th year, and that'll be a nice intimate lunch just for them and kind of to welcome them into this golden year. And then that evening, we have our first ever bourbon tasting with alumni and friends.
Cool.
That'll be a fun event. That's downtown at the Phoenix in the President's Room. And that is from 7 to 9 p.m. And tickets, you can find them online on our website. And that'll be a really interesting event with 4 different types of bourbons, some great menu pairings with a cash bar as well. So that'll be a fun opportunity. And then the big day is October 19th, and that's our homecoming tent party. And that is kicking off at 11 with the football kickoff at 1:30. And what people can expect will really be a fun, family-friendly day. There will be plenty of kid activities, plenty of food, drinks. The tent will be on the actual track as well, so that'll be kind of fun to be close to the field.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of alumni and friends already RSVPing, so we're excited to see who all can come and attend.
Yeah, that's really cool. Tent party sounds like a lot of fun on this heat we've been having.
Yes, we're ready for a cold wave to come through and to kind of bundle up at the football game.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. Will you guys have anything set up in the parking lot like we did for the first game, or more down on the field encouraging people to come into the stadium?
Definitely encouraging people to come down onto the field. We have tickets are $20 for alumni, and family and friends are $25. With kids under the age are free. So that's a really great opportunity for people to come and connect with alums. And of course, you can go back to your tailgating spot,
right?
And to kind of still party with your friends and family up there as well. So yeah.
That's really cool. I like that, giving people options of outside tailgating and coming in and having a pretty good view of the football game as it's going on.
That's right. And the perk of this year is that we can have alcohol on the track. So
right.
Traditionally you can't. So so we're excited that we can offer that and to kind of continue the party in the stadium.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think that'll definitely get people more engaged and down there.
I think so too. Yeah.
Cool. So I know you had mentioned you had an alumni wine tasting recently, and you have a bourbon tasting coming up. Is there any other events that are, other than that, after homecoming, that are coming up for alumni here in the future?
Yes, we have our Alumni Awards will be Sunday, November 10th from 4 to 6:30. And the Alumni Awards traditionally have been immediately following the homecoming football game. And we wanted to take that off of that weekend just because we wanted to have more people come, and we felt like it might have been a little rush for alums. So we wanted to kind of bring that back into an area where they could actually have a day of an event. So we're excited to have that on Sunday, November 10th. And we will have 4 alumni and faculty staff awardees. So we actually are calling them this week to let them know that they have been awarded an award. So we're excited about that. And then other than that, we actually just confirmed today that we're going to have our presidential tour. So President Shillow and our VP of Advancement, Kevin Reynolds, will be going on a presidential tour starting January 1. And what that will look like is the president and Kevin Reynolds, our VP, will kind of go around the country to major cities where alumni are present, and they'll be able to meet and greet them and to kind of introduce Joe and to kind of bridge the excitement of TMU all across our nation, which is really great.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, so more information will come and more details will come, but that's kind of the next big event that we have coming up. So we're excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's kind of the goal of a presidential tour? Just meet and greet, or is there like more of a reaction purpose or getting people engaged?
Absolutely. I think it's a twofold of for President Chillow to meet our alumni. This is his first year, so it's important to kind of put him on tour and for people to really meet him and to see the wonderful things that he has planned for Thomas More. And the other flip side of that is we want to engage them. We want all of our alumni across the world effectively to know that Thomas More is thinking about them, that we want their engagement, we want their support. We're excited to kind of bridge that gap again and to kind of get people back into the fold of being an alum and being proud to be an alum. So we're excited that we get this opportunity to kind of have a presidential tour.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
That's awesome. That's a really cool idea. I like that.
Thanks. We're excited.
So what would you say would be the ultimate goal of alumni relations and alumni engagement?
I think the ultimate goal of alumni engagement is kind of just that, engaging. And what I really like to do and what I love about my job is storytelling, right? So it's, I get to meet hundreds of alum, and just to kind of hear their story and to figure out ways that they can get involved with their alma mater. And, there's kind of a variety of ways that people can stay connected, whether it's through volunteerism, whether it's through their experience or expertise, whether that's through a gift or whether that's through support. There are many ways to stay connected, and my job is really figuring out ways that they can and giving them opportunities that they can stay involved, and that'll hopefully lead to more engagement on their end and more excitement. So that's kind of the goal of my personal goal as well as the goal of alumni relations.
That's really cool. I like that.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Bailey, for being here with us today and telling us about the great things coming up for all the Thomas More alumni, getting them to come back and give back to their alma mater and the rest of the community involved. And we hope to see you all at the TMU homecoming football game and tent party inside the stadium on October 19th, starting at 11 a.m.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.